Let's talk Bengals and Cowboys on Monday Night Football. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back in to another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I am your host, Steven, and we're back to finish up week 14. What a roller coaster of a Sunday it was. We will go over the entire bets recap here in just a little bit. It wasn't the Sunday I wanted. I'll just say that. It wasn't terrible, but I wanted better. But we still have a chance to make it a profitable weekend. But quick reminder, there's only one NBA game on Monday. In fact, we're going to have a lot of days this week where there isn't many games because it's the NBA Cup, but we will still have a video out. We'll give you the research help you need and preview and give out any leans or bets on that one game. So just want to let you know. But any graphics you see in this video or future videos are from an app called OUTLIER, the best player prop research tool on the market today. If you want to give it a shot, click that link below in the description. You get a 7-day free trial. But let's get right into it. And that means we're gonna do a dad joke. That's right. We usually do it for basketball, but let's end week 14 with a funny one. Although I'm not promising this is funny. It's kind of a kid one. Here we go. My kid asked me, "Do trees poop?" I said, "Where do you think number 2 pencils come from?" Exactly. That's a dad joke. In this video, we're going to recap week 14. We will go over every single bet and then we'll preview and give it our best bets for Bengals Cowboys. And I have 3 best bets. I do like this game. And then we'll recap whatever we have tonight. So hit that like button if you haven't already. Leave a comment below to continue to help this channel to grow. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Come join this incredible community. Again, the Discord link is below. It is completely free to join. We don't charge for anything. And we have a lot of smart people giving out a lot of winning bets in that Discord in all sports. So come join us. But let's get into it. And that means it's recap time. All right, here it is, the week 14 recap, and it just feels like we are treading water this season. That's for sure. We just kind of get 1 or 2 winning weeks, and then we have a losing week. We're down 1.81 units on the week. We still, with Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football, can make it a small profitable weekend, but still, I wanted more. Miami, Tampa Bay, Monday Night Parlay. Let's go over these real quick. Miami, thanks to an overtime win against the Jets, get the job done for me. And in fact, in one play, they win the game, and Jonnu Smith catches a touchdown right across the way. You see Jonnu Smith touchdown plus 195. That was a beauty. Bears plus 4. I am done with the Bears. I apologize. It was a terrible read. I did not know they were going to turn into a high school team. It was horrendous. They had 4 yards at halftime. It was an embarrassment. I feel bad for Chicago fans. Terrible read. If you tailed me, I apologize, but I am done siding with the Bears. Over 43.5, Cleveland, Pittsburgh. Cleveland finds a way to screw me yet again. The game ends with 41. What does Dustin Hopkins do? Missed 2 field goals. And I'm talking one was a 38-yarder, like an extra point. The other was like a 43-yarder or something, and the game ends on 41. I got no words, guys. And then Pittsburgh ends the game on the Cleveland 5 or 6 yard line or something because they didn't need to score. It just it just is what it is. If they don't get that, maybe they kick a field goal. But either way, love the read on that. Hate the read on the Bears. 1 and 2 on the game bets. Player props. Jalen Hurts under 25.5. Never really in doubt, even though Carolina made it competitive. Their pass game continues to not do much because they just lean on Saquon Barkley. Tyler Bass over 2.5 PATs. I should have laddered him up to 6. That's right. He had 6 point after attempts or point after touchdowns, and he nailed all 6 of them. But Sam Darnold over 249.5. He had one heck of a game, completing huge pass after huge pass against Atlanta. Easy win there. Will Levis, what an embarrassment that was by Tennessee on offense. That was pathetic. I don't know what that was against Jacksonville, but that was the first good game Jacksonville's defense has ever played. And Levis just didn't get it done. He hurt himself right before halftime as well. I don't know if that affected in the second half, but either way, it was just, I don't know what to tell you. Brock Bowers, here it is, the 1.5 unit play. Everybody in the NFL world is confused as to why Brock Bowers was not a part of the game. He had, 2 targets going into the fourth quarter. He might see him end with 4 or 5 catches. It was on like the final drive. It meant nothing. He did nothing. He just literally did nothing. I think he had 1 catch at halftime. They just didn't look his way. They just didn't care that they have the best player on the field, and they didn't want to use him. Welcome to the Raiders, I guess. I don't know. Just bad read by me. If you tailed that, I apologize, but I literally am speechless. I don't even know what to say. I don't know why he wasn't a part of it. Isaiah Pacheco over 48.5 rush yards. We have that on Sunday Night Football. We are recording this right before it starts. So we'll see. Hopefully we can get a winner there, but we do not know yet. So anytime touchdowns, Jonnu Smith, like I said, got the job done. NWI, the huge long shot, plus 230 right at the end of the game to win the game. Will Levis overthrows him by just a little bit. It goes off his hands in the corner of the end zone. and we don't get it. That would have been huge. And then James Cook touchdown. Well, the Bills scored like 35 points, and he did not score. That's all I got for you. So, anyways, I do know Josh Allen had 2 touchdowns, so he did kind of take a few away from him. But that is the Week 14 bets recap. I wanted more, like I said, but you know what? We deal with it. We move on. 5-6 down 1.81 units. Now let's check out page 2 and give you the overall record. As you can tell, game bets are where it's struggling, down 7.39. Player props have won over 9 units this year. And then anytime touchdowns, ladder parlays, they're right around break even, so nothing there. 117 and 119 up 1.17 units on the season. And that's what we got for the recap. So, with all that said, now let's talk Monday Night Football. All right, we head out to Dallas, Texas, where the Cowboys host the Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals -5, total in this game 49.5. Let's just talk briefly about this game, but I got 3 bets to get into. Right now, the Bengals are the public side. I saw nearly 3/4 of the bets are on them to cover, just so you know. Some against the spread numbers. Cincy is a solid 5-1 against the spread on the road. Doesn't mean they're actually winning the game, but they're coming close. Dallas 1-5 against the spread at home. Complete opposite. Cincy 9-3 to the over this season. Dallas is 8-4 to the over. I have 3 bets. That's all I'm going to give you. Let's get right into it. The first one is a 1-unit play, and then we're going to get to a half-unit play, and then a quarter-unit anytime touchdown. So this first one, 1 unit, give me Cooper Rush over 230.5 pass yards at -113 on FanDuel. Fanning the Bengals defense is one of the best things you can do in all of NFL betting, to be honest with you. As you can see by this outlier screenshot, he is starting to cook a little bit. That's right. Cooper Rush kind of cooking a little bit. I don't know. I don't count the first game of the year because it was against a good Philly defense. Again, it was his first game playing of the season. Over this line in 2 of the last 3, though, the only under was under on Thanksgiving when they played the Giants. They had to lead the whole game, didn't need to go deep or do much really in that one. The 2 overs were against tougher pass defenses than this, also Houston and Washington. Cooper Rush, 55, 32, and 36 pass attempts the last 3 games. I mean, he is chucking the ball all over the field. He's had some big plays too. How about a 64-yarder, 41-yarder, 36-yarder? If you watch the Cowboys, you've seen them make some big splash plays. And when it comes to game script, it's as good as it gets, obviously. The total's around 50 for a reason. I expect Cincy to score quite a few points here in this one. I like the over in the total game. And this game should be a shootout, and Dallas could be playing from behind, as the spread indicates, which also means more passing. So matchup-wise, I don't think any quarterback in the league should have a line under like 240, 250 against the Bengals. They are ranked 27th in passing yards allowed. Here's the last 6 quarterbacks against Cincy. Russell Wilson, 414 passing yards. That is the most he's had all season. Justin Herbert, 297 passing yards. That is the second most he's had all season. Lamar Jackson, 290, third most. Jalen Hurts, 236 yards. That's actually the third most he's had all season. He's been under 180 yards per game in 3 straight, actually. And then they played against the Browns when they had all 3 Browns quarterbacks playing. DTR, Jameis, and Deshaun Watson all total 267 yards. The only team to go under this against the Bengals was the Minshew-Desmond Ridder combo. That doesn't really count. They still had around 200 yards themselves. But Bengals defense, 3rd fewest sacks. They do not get much pressure on the quarterback. Also giving up the 4th most passing touchdowns for what it's worth. But overall, guys, it's a great game script. Like I said, it's going to be a shootout, in my opinion. And I think they're going to be playing from behind, or at least competitive. There's no way I see the Cowboys running away with it and all of a sudden handing the ball off a ton in the second half. But the Bengals can't really pressure, can't cover anybody. I love Cooper Rush here. You could ladder him. I mean, if you want to sprinkle 250 plus, maybe 275 plus, I thought about it. But for me, I'm just going to go 1 unit on Cooper to go over 230.5 passing yards. And that is my first best bet. Now, the second one, we're going to stay on that team and give me the Cowboys team total over 20.5 points at -135 on DK as a half unit play. If you can only get 21.5 at like -110-ish or right in that range, I don't mind that either. I'm just going to take a little juice here. 21 obviously being a key number, but I think they'd go over both of them. I talked about the Bengals defense already. It's terrible. Giving up 28.3 points per game, 29th in the league. 9 of the 12 Bengals opponents have scored 21 or more points. Let's talk about the 3 teams that haven't. How about the Patriots in week 1 with Jacoby Brissett at quarterback? Doesn't count. Giants, Daniel Jones. Browns, when they played all 3 quarterbacks, like I just mentioned. You know what all 3 of those starting quarterbacks have in common? They are all not starting anymore. Yes, Deshaun got hurt, but we all know he should have been benched a long time ago. So as long as you have a competent offense, and I know Cooper Rush isn't some elite quarterback, but he's been playing well, and this is a competent team right now the way they're playing. Got a big win against the Commanders and beat the Giants. They are playing a little bit better. Cowboys offense, like I said, they're playing better, and part of that is because Rico Dowdle's also been running the ball a little bit better, and I think that's why Cooper Rush has been playing better because it's actually setting up the pass a little bit more. Dowdle, the last two games, 41 carries for 198 yards, 4.8 yards per carry, and they've scored 27 and 34 in the last two games. Had almost 400 yards versus Houston, even though they didn't score a lot. They just couldn't finish drives in that one. But I need 3 touchdowns in this game or 2 touchdowns and 3 field goals. You're welcome. I just did the math for you, but I really don't think 21 points is asking a lot. Again, if you just want to go over the team total or over the game total, you could do that too. I do think we have a shootout. But for my second bet, give me them Cowboys over 20.5 points as a team total. And now my third final bet, it's a touchdown. Give me T. Higgins anytime touchdown plus 135 on DK. As you guys know, I play it safe with touchdown bets, so I'm going to go a quarter unit. You guys do whatever you want if you do want to tail. But Higgins is really no different than Jamar Chase, in my opinion, when they play together. I know it's crazy, but when they're both playing, Higgins averaging more targets per game, over 9. Chase is 8.4 targets per game. Higgins has 5 touchdowns in the last 5 games, 1+ TD in 4 of the last 5. He's been huge in the red zone, 6 red zone targets in the last 2 weeks. Higgins and Chase, when they're playing together, average the same amount of red zone targets per game, 5.4. Again, there's not much difference. It's like wide receiver 1A and 1B. I'm just kind of comparing with you just to show how they really compete and perform on the field when it comes to odds, because the odds for Chase's touchdown are -140, -150, and we're getting +135 for T. Higgins. Love the value here, but matchup, the Cowboys actually don't give up a ton of touchdowns through the air. They've allowed the 8th fewest touchdowns to the wide receiver position, but they've also faced some teams that just haven't really thrown the ball that much, especially in the beginning of the year when they were getting run all over. So that's improved a little bit. The Bengals passing attack, in my opinion, is a whole different animal. So I like T. Higgins here to score a touchdown. I love the value here at +135. And that's my third and final best bet. That's right. We got 3 bets for Monday Night Football. Leave a comment below with your best bet. But before we get out of here, let's check out the recap. All right, there it is. The 3 best bets. The 1 unit play, Cooper Rush over 230.5 pass yards at -113. Cowboys team total over 20.5, -135 for a half unit. Little juicy. I don't mind 21.5 if you want to do that as well. T. Higgins anytime TD +135 for a quarter unit. Thank you guys for watching. As always, I appreciate it. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Really helps this channel out. And again, NBA video will be out for Monday after this one for the 1-game slate. So thanks again. Hope everyone has a great Monday, and we'll talk to you soon.